What's up, guys? RV Tech Pro. Been on the Mack truck today. Grabbed a few items. Got a few hats. Got one for my daughter because I have my daughter with me today. And I got this one and another one that's in the truck. Picked up a few tools. And I have an update on how well one of these RBRT wrenches worked. Got me out of a jam. I was working with, as you can see, I have oxygen sensor sockets. I was working on somewhere between the 06 and the 09 Ford F-150 with the Triton motor, and was having a really hard time getting this oxygen sensor out. This one, these are downstream sensors. This one came out no problem. As you can see, the fastener, well, not the fastener, but the sensor wasn't really damaged. Got this one out, no problem. But when it came to this one, which is in a very tight spot on the passenger side of the vehicle, as you can see, the O2 sensor socket started to round that off. And I tried a bunch of different wrenches to get it out, including my snap-ons, and what ended up working, which this is 22 millimeter, was this Mack RBRT. I got it out with this. These are some good wrenches, guys. These things bite, and they, even after I broke it loose with this, I didn't have a problem getting it on because this broke off of it, you know, while I was trying to use the O2 sensor on it. But once this thing got on there, it really did the job. And then I used the next problem, which this is rounded off. The next problem that I had was that after I broke it loose, I had an issue with it was broken loose. It wasn't super tight anymore, but it still was too tight to spin off by hand, and it's in an awkward position right on top of that horrible starter, that 3-bolt starter that they have on there, where the top bolt is in the blind. You have to put it on in the blind. And I needed to use a open end wrench to get it. Now I can get on it with any number of wrenches, but I didn't have the swing arc to, so of course I went to my snap-on because I wasn't playing around. So I was using this wrench, and the difference in that offset of the head, it made a difference. Where when I flip this one over, and they look similar, but there's something different with the offset of this one. I was able to keep flipping the wrench to get it off with this wrench, where I couldn't grab the flats on the flip with this wrench. So very happy with those. So much so to I said, after I got that, which I didn't have a 22 millimeter in the precision torque, because I had a precision torque set, and it stops at like 19. But I did have the SAE, because I work on campers, so I get SAE stuff, and the 7/8, you know, that's about the same as 22. And I had no problems with the 7/8 getting on there and turning that guy and getting it loose. So big ups Mack Tools. They have made a very good product. These wrenches work extremely well. So like I said, I was like, man, I gotta get the metric set. So I went ahead and got the metric set. I believe they also have an expansion set that I was looking at today. I didn't pull a trigger on it though. That goes from 20 up. And not the RBRT ones, but the regular precision torque ones. They are on sale right now. Basically a BOGO for $2.99. You get the metric and the standard, 28 wrenches. So that's a pretty good deal. These, same thing. They got these marked half price. So it's basically like a BOGO. Buy one, get one free. So I went ahead and grabbed a couple of these. Because I break them, they are good. I especially like the straight one. It is super handy, but the clips are not good on them and they break. And if I ever find them, because after I break them, I tend to misplace them and not warranty them out because I don't have them anymore. So I'm gonna make sure when these break that I keep a hold of them so I can warranty them out, and I have a second set that I will keep on the truck. So when I break one, I'll stick it in the pack of this one and keep moving. And then when I break the other one, I'll do the same thing. Then I'll have a whole pack that's broken, and I just hand that to my guy and get another pack. So why? Because I use these tools a lot. They're very handy, like these pliers. After I lost a pair and saw how much I missed them when I didn't have them, when I had to replace them, I bought 2 pair because this is a tool that I can't be without. So I buy 2. But that's what I got off the truck today, guys. Some more Mac pry bars, RBRT wrenches, the metric set this time. This is the RBRT standard set right here, which the standard set goes up much bigger. So if you only could get one set, depending on what you work on, if it didn't matter between metric or standard, I will go with the standard because it goes up to 15/16, almost an inch, you know. So yeah, you put my name on it because these wrenches are selling fast and they sell out quick. Wouldn't have thought that anyone could improve upon the wrench much more than it has already been done. So with like the Flank Drive Plus and all of the different little features, right grip and everything, but obviously they have. All right, so there you have it, the metric and the standard. That's all for now. RB Tech Pro. Flipped off on me. Finger must have hit it. This is another good brand that I like. I don't know if you heard of them or not. Sperry. They make good stuff, good meters and stuff. So I ordered one of these. You can see the size difference. And yeah, so if this thing is acting up because the batteries, I just recently changed the batteries in it. If it's acting up for whatever reason, I can double check with a standard one. So that'll be going in the bag. I also, off the Mac Tools truck, I got this telescoping magnet, and it has, the first one I seen that, I was like, what's up with that? I was like, it came off too easy. It has to be a feature. And what this is a non-ferrous sleeve. So when you're digging to go get something and there's other magnetic things along the way, and your lead keeps sticking to those before you can get to the thing you want, you can slide this sleeve on, and now because that non-ferrous sleeve is on there, it won't stick to the adjacent middle surfaces and things until you get all the way to the bottom to what you really want. So I was like, yeah, that's a nice feature. I can get with that. So I went ahead and grabbed that because I have had that issue, especially it happens when you have it telescoping out very long and you're trying to get into something very deep. And you know, the longer you have it, the flimsier it is. And I don't need it hitting on the sides before I get there. I want to be able to go straight down, get what I want, and have it over with. See how strong these magnets are on here. Just gonna see if I can pick up a wrench with it. So, good magnet. It's holding a 18mm wrench. So that's pretty good. That has some weight on it. So it will pick up an 18mm wrench. I think it'll do fine on the nuts, bolts, washers that I normally am losing. And while we're talking about magnets, I saw this on I was watching a YouTube channel, and a guy had these magnetic jumpers. He was doing electrical diagnosis on stuff. And I was like, man, that'd be awesome for my multimeter. So, when you're working in a circuit box or whatever, I was like, man, all I need is some double-ended male banana jacks, and these, so that I can put one end directly into my meter. Let's see if we can get the spaghetti wire undone. All right, so I can take one of these, be it if I'm using it for a ground, or if I'm going on a circuit breaker. All of that stuff is normally ferrous material. So what I can do is, I can take these guys and I can put one here, a black one, and these are the silicone leads, which is nice. I like that as well. Put one there, and then when I gotta get my ground, I can just put it on, you know, while I'm in the circuit box or whatever. I can just have it magnetized to a ground, and then I can work with my, now it's not, so you see what's happening here? And I use this a lot, the power stuff. It's copper, but it's not solid copper. It's just cladded. So that sticks right there, sticks right on it. So that's basically what I'd be doing inside the breaker panels. And I was like, oh, that'd be pretty cool to be able to have my meter connected. And while I'm trying to test something, I can kind of have my hands free. So turn on the NOCO boost and let's give it some juice. And as you can see, I can have my, oh, it's not giving me a very good reading. That's not really giving me a very good reading because the didn't have a real good connection the first time. Let's try over here. Oh yeah, much better. Find a good solid spot, much better. So that's what I want those for. So I got those leads. I got another pin, and I believe this is Kaiweets. I talk about the meter that they have, and I thought that I ordered an AC/DC pin. So there's another one that I ordered that does DC as well as AC detection. This one is just AC according to the box. Not really what I wanted, but I think I might have ordered two separate ones because this is AC and I wanted one that did DC as well. But another pin, I think this one somehow gives you the voltage reading as well. So I got that guy, and then I got this transfer pump for oil. So this is a 12 volt transfer pump, and what it can do when you're changing the oil on a motorhome, and I can use different fittings and change the size of the hose that it has here. But I do like that it comes with the small hose so it can snake down into areas, especially if I'm doing this with a generator, which a lot of times that's gonna be key. But it has the fittings here. I can put different size hose on it if I'm doing but anyway, the motorhomes, it's hard to get the oil into them. It's easy to drain oil. You're doing an oil change, just let it out. But sometimes they have the fill so far up, it's so hard to get the oil into it. And I normally would use like a transfer pump. I used to have one hanging up here. It's just like a hand-powered transfer pump. But using this Noco Boost as a power supply and get one of these guys, which this is like $50 or $60. And here's the specs on it. 1 to 4 liters per minute. I can rig this up into the new oil jug and pump the oil into the motorhome a lot easier, because normally, you're talking about 8 quarts or more, and you got the big 5 or 4 quart containers like those. Makes it a lot easier, because you definitely will not be turning one of those up underneath the hood of those motorhomes. It's not enough room. So that's why I got this guy, to make that process go a little easier. So it just comes with looks like a couple quick connects, fittings to go for the inlet and the outlet, and then another little hose clamp, however you want to hook it up. So that's what that is there, and I look forward to using that. Save me a little bit of time, boost my efficiency on the job. And of course, this is the other hat that we have right there. So this is the tool haul for today. Some of the stuff I've already put up, and then the stuff that showed up, and a couple of items from Mac that I didn't have in the other segment. And I'll just sew all these clips together and make one video. That's all for now. RV Tech Pro out.